Hey guys, it's Miss Richards.
And Miss Tanner.
Hopefully Miss Miller shows up. So we're going to do our PFL test review today for our test on Friday.
Yay! Last unit test.
Yeah, then just M&M test and star. Whoop whoop. And a final project, which is super easy. Okay, so we're going to start with number 1. An investor puts $2,500 into a life insurance policy that pays 8.5% simple annual interest.
Great. Principal.
And then simple.
And
highlight
simple.
It maybe.
I wrote over top of it.
If no additional investment is made into the policy, how much accumulated interest?
Interest.
So what letter would interest be?
I.
Should the investor expect at the end of 10 years?
Time.
So if we look at our formula chart, which you'll get.
You will have it for star.
Yeah, you'll have it for everything. Hide. Close that. You have simple interest down here, and it says I equals PRT. So if Miss Tanner would write that, and I could show the screen. This is really hard. I don't know how she does it. And then we can label what P is and what R is and what T is.
So P is 2,500. R is 8.5 over 100.
Because we cannot put percents in decimals.
No, it does not like them. And T is 10 years.
Okay.
Of course, one of my kids did it with the percent today, and it got the right answer.
I showed mine how to do it today. I said you could do it like this because it's specific on what it's out of.
When it's of.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she did it.
So my P was 2,500. My R was 8.5 over 100. And my T is 10. So my total, my accumulated interest is 2,125. So let's see what answer choice that would be.
Letter B.
Letter B. Number 2. An employee puts $5,000 in a retirement account, P, that offers 9% interest compounded annually,
R,
9 over 100, compounded. The employee makes no additional deposits or withdrawals.
We don't need that, right?
No, we don't need that. Mark it out. Star's just going to give us useless information.
They like putting lots of words in there so that you guys won't read it.
Mm-hmm. Which amount is closest to the interest the employee will earn at the end of 5 years?
Time. And it's in years, so we're good.
So I'm going to formula chart. And compound is A equals P parentheses 1 plus R to the T power. Some tell my formula what everything equals. Write it all out.
5,000. R, 9 over 100. And T is 5.
Miss Tanner, our question is not asking for A. It's asking for I.
Uh-huh.
So how do we find I from A?
Well, A is P plus I. So we're going to take away P.
Okay. So do we want to make that a whole nother line? Okay, so I'm going to type all this in. Delete. Oh, with this handy dandy button. Okay. A equals P, parentheses 1 plus R parentheses 2 the T power. If you don't remember where the T, how to get that little T, you got to press this A to the little B button. Tell the calculator that P equals 5,000. Tell the calculator that rate is 9 over 100. T is 5. And then I'm going to put that I equals A minus P.
And make sure your A's and P's are both capitalized, like you stuck them in the first one. Because if you don't, you get that ugly red exclamation part.
So if I were to do this, I have to change this to the little P. So if you happen to type it in all lowercase, just make sure you type everything in all lowercase or everything in all capitals.
Yes.
So I equals 2693.1197 blah, 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 blah.
So what does that 9 tell us to do to the 1?
Raise the score, so it's 0.12.
Woo! Letter J.
Letter J. Number 3.
Or next, as Miss Miller says.
Yeah, number next. 2 customers took out loans from a bank. Ooh.
Ooh, there's 2 people.
2 people. Henry took out a 4-year loan for $5,000 and paid 4.2% annual simple.
Time, principal, rate,
And
simple.
Ingrid took out a 6-year loan for $5,000 and paid 3.9% annual simple interest.
And time, principal, and rate again.
What is the difference? Ooh, math word means minus between the amounts of interest. So just I. Henry and Ingrid paid for their loans.
So we're going to find the simple interest, which is I, so we don't have to worry about that. And then subtract the 2.
Yes. So 2 simple interests. So you can be super lazy, but we're not going to be super lazy because I'm not going to tell you how to be super lazy.
So we're going to write everything out for both sets of information.
Both sets. CC.
And then we're going to change to purple for Ingrid and do the almost exact same thing.
We're just going to change.
Same principal.
Different rate and time.
Different rate. And different time.
Okay. I'm going to go to Decimals. Delete all. I equals Prt. P is 5,000 for both. R equals 4.2 over 100. Time is 4 years. So for Henry, 840.
And I'm writing that down on my paper because now we're going to have to change all of that to do
See, she wrote it.
Ingrid.
So
this is why paper's important.
my rate was 3.9% and my
6.
time is 6. So 1,170. She's writing it in purple. You put a 0 at that 5,000.
Oh.
We made a little mistake, but we caught it. And then we're going to subtract these 2. So I'm just going to go to the Desmos, and I'm going to do 1170 minus 840. And I get 330. And I bet you Miss Tanner worked it all out by hand because
I did.
she's an all-star. So the answer is D.
Woo-woo!
If you want to scroll down to question number 10, because it's the same question.
Oh, we made a mistake.
It's letter J. See, we don't have to work out 15 problems now.
No, just 11. I mean 14. I can't count.
So
It's been a long day.
Okay. Number 4. The money in Juan's savings account earns 1 1/4% interest.
Right. Over 100.
Which value is less than 1 1/4%?
Ooh.
So we just gotta plug all this into Desmos.
This is comparing.
Yeah, we're just comparing.
This really isn't even simple interest or anything. It's
not.
really comparing.
So
but because it's talking about interest rate, they call it personal financial literacy.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go here and I'm going to delete all. And Miss Miller shows her kids to make these
Ordered pairs.
ordered pairs. I show my kids just X equals and make lines. But we're going to do order pairs because most of y'all are Miss Miller's kids.
And I do that too.
So 1 1/4 all over. Ooh, no,
Actually, type in 1 1/4 and hit the magic fraction button.
1 1/4. Magic fraction. 5/4.
It's the same as F.
Oh, we can mark out F because we want less than.
Yep.
So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put 5/4 to see what it is as a decimal. 1.25.
That doesn't fit any of them. So there's no other ones that we can eliminate right now.
Which value is less than? Oh. But can't we put this over 100? Because it's a percent.
Mm-hmm.
So let's put it over 100 because it's a percent. Ooh, 0.0125. G is 0.125. That's bigger, right?
Yes.
I wonder what 1 over 80 equals. 1 over 80. Oh, that's the same.
Yep.
Those are the same.
So that one's out.
So that just leaves us with J.
So let's do that as an ordered pair with the original one and make sure that it shows up on the number line as less.
I'm trying to just go to this line. Can I not? Oh, there we go. And we make it on that as an X, right? Not a Y.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to put
5/4.
But as a question, like make it a question mark as the label because that's answering the question. And then 0.0114, 0. And I'm going to label this as J. Maybe J. And we're in zoom. Oops.
And J is less than. So yay, we were right.
J was closer to 0. Okay, delete all. Number 5. Holly is taking out a loan. I feel like I told my kids, do not take out loans for school.
I told mine not to unless it's last resort.
I said my student loans for my mama. In the amount of $10,000. Ooh, money. How her choices for the loan are a 4-year loan.
T.
At a 4% simple interest rate.
100.
Simple.
Rate. Simple.
Or, so it should actually say or.
Yeah, or would make more sense there. We're going to change that.
A 6-year.
Time.
We changed the color because it's a whole new loan.
Oh, yep.
Just write over it with a different color. We use our pen on all of it, by the way. And at a 5% simple interest.
Simple rate.
What is the difference in the amount of interest, Holly, which you would have to pay for these two loans?
And difference means
subtract.
Woo-hoo.
And then interest, because we're looking for I. So we already know our formula because we've already looked at the formula chart. It's I equals PRT. And we have 2 different times that we're going to use this.
Okay, so they both have a P of 10,000.
Both of them do.
The first one has a rate of 4%, so 4 over 100, and a time of 4 years. Our second one, same principle, 10,000, no commas. The rate is 5 over 100, and the time is 6 years. I couldn't find it.
Decimos. Okay, so for our blue guy. Oops, not enough zeros. R is 4 over 100. T is 4. So our interest is $1,600. Oh, I'm choking on spit.
1,600.
Oh, it's lagging. Technical difficulties. Okay. Same formula, same principle. I'm just changing my rate, and I'm changing my time. 3,000. The heckers. She wrote it. She was writing it. Let's see. And now, since it said difference, we have to subtract the two. Let's see who wins. Miss Tanner's working it out by hand.
1,400.
She did beat me. I'm so slow at typing. So the correct answer is D.
Sometimes mental math is better than the calculator.
Sometimes mental math is better. I agree. I'm not really good at mental math. Okay, number 6. Number next. Sophia invests $12,350 in an account that earns 4.5 annual simple interest. Assuming she makes no additional deposits, withdrawals, that's just useless information. How much interest will Sophia earn after 36 months?
Ooh, it's not years.
So how many years are in a month? How many months are in a year?
Over 12.
Correct.
Cups and years are not compatible.
Cups and years are not compatible. Poor Siri. Siri's not.
Okay, so formula.
I equals PRT.
So if you haven't noticed, Star likes simple interest way more than compound interest.
A lot. And our P was 12,350. Our R is 4.5 over 100.
Ugh.
It's glitchy.
Mm-hmm.
We can restart it.
4.5 over 100. And time is 36 over 12, which is 3.
You can close it and reopen it. Close the app. So sorry about that. We're trying to work her iPad. Notability. We had technical difficulties sometimes. Oh my gosh. Oh. Right there? Okay. I didn't write all of this. That's fine. P equals 12,350. R was 4.5 over 100. Oh my gosh. And T.
36 over 12. Or 3.
And our interest is 1667.25.
1667.25.
I struggle when my students say like the whole number because they have their math on and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, can you just say the numbers? That's why I keep saying the numbers because we do that in my class. Esther, number 7. Esther, I like that name. Estimates that she will need about $8,600. We're doing classical college for the first year of tuition at college. So we don't even need a P because we're not even doing any kind of interest.
Oh, that's right. We're doing college.
We're talking about school. Her grandparents will contribute 65% of the tuition, and Esther will need to pay the rest after 2 years to save. Or if Esther has 2 years to save. What is the minimum amount she should save each month? So how many months are in 1 year?
12.
So 2 years it would be 24. So Esther has to pay
35%.
How'd you get that?
Because her grandparents, which that's really cool for grandparents to pay that because usually grandparents don't pay that much money. But anyway, if they're paying 65%, 100 minus 65 is 35. So that's Esther's portion.
Good job.
My kids today were actually really good at that too. I was very impressed.
Yeah, finding how much, like the personal, yes, mine were catching on. I was like, well, why are we don't need to do this much work. Just go from 100 minus whatever. So 8,600, and she's paying 35% of it. And we don't put percents in the calculator. Well, you can on this part, but we're not.
because it's confusing and it doesn't always work. And if you try it one way, then you're going to forget and do it the wrong way.
And then
it doesn't work.
So we're going to get how much she has to pay using this. So I like to enter everything in the calculator at one time. So I'm also wanting to divide it by 24. Which you do not have to do this. You can break it down into steps, but I can just enter all this in the calculator one time and get the answer. So it was, let me move it over.
8,600.
I'm going to put this in parentheses. You can never be too careful with all your parentheses.
Times 35 over 100.
All my parentheses.
Divided by
24 months.
24 months.
So 125.42.
Letter A.
Letter A. So I just broke that all down into one step. Okay, Julio invests $6,100 into an account.
Principal.
Yeah, because we're investing. That's our
My
began.
pen not working. Principal.
And earns 5.2%.
Rate.
Annual compound. Ooh. If Julio makes no additional deposits or withdraw, useless information.
Yeah, just to make it, you have to read it.
Which best represents the amount of interest, ooh, that's an I, Julio will earn after 8 years.
So we're looking for I, but our formula gives us
A.
total.
Total. You didn't label RT.
Oh, did I miss it? I sure did. There we go.
Thank you. So A equals P, parentheses, 1 plus R to the T power.
I think I was so excited about it being interest and not all that I forgot the T.
Yeah, so C star is going to do, it's going to be like find the interest, not the account, maybe. Who knows?
This was a star question, so.
I'm looking ahead. T is 8.
I'm out of room, so I'm going to write it over here. There we go.
I'm going to type all this into decimals. Clear. A, oops, caps locks, equals P, parentheses 1, plus R, P power. P equals 6,100. R equals 5,100. T equals 8. So our total, our account balance, so it's all our money, including our interest, is 9,150.73.
Which
That's
is
our A. It's
A.
our no. That's our A.
Oh, yes.
We don't want A.
A is. And look, it's an answer choice.
It's letter G. Nope, knock it out.
So we're going to mark that one out because that's not our I, that's our A.
Miss Tanner.
What?
Wouldn't letter H be too big?
Yes.
Because
way too big.
It's bigger than our account balance. So I'm going to take this A, our total,
and subtract.
I'm going to do I equals A minus P, capital P, not little p. And I get 3050.73-ish.
I equals A minus P, which would be that minus 6,100, just so you know.
And I equals 3050.73.
Letter F.
Easy peasy. A definition problem. Which type of interest can be described as interest that is earned on the principal amount only?
Oh, we talked about this a lot yesterday. Which one is it?
It's compound is interest on interest.
Yes.
So we just went simple. This is simple, not hard.
It's not complicated.
Simple. Number 11, because we already did number 10. Clarissa needs $2,500 loan in order to buy a car. Which loan option would allow her to pay the least amount of interest?
Oh, this one's one of those that they hate because they have to do it 4 times.
I agree. But our P never changes.
And look, good thing here is they're all simple interest, so
All
our
simple.
formula never changes either.
Correct.
So literally all you have to do is change the percent and the time. So here's our rate.
On all of them. And we're going to put them
And here's
all.
our time.
We're going to put all our rates over 100.
And our formula is always going to be
PRT.
Yes.
All over 100. Oh, and they're trying to trick us.
And, oh, look at our time.
They're all in months. Put them all over 12. All over 12. Because we don't do monthly loans. Okay. Maybe we do. I really don't know. I don't have a monthly loan.
No, me either. I would imagine that there's your credit card kind of could be a monthly loan because you pay it off every month.
True that, true that. So my P is 2,500 and it will never change. My R is
for A.
Yeah, for A
is 4.75 over 100. And 18 divided by 12.
So T equals 18 divided by 12. So that gives me 178.13.
Okay, and I'm going to write it out to the side.
She did. See?
So that I can keep track of them all.
Okay. So my rate for letter B is just 4%. And my time is 30 months. So 30 over 12. We get 250. Ooh, that's bigger than letter A. I feel like we can eliminate that.
Yes, I agree.
Not letter A. No, letter A we want.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Miss. We're not looking for greater. We want least.
Yep.
You don't want to spend a lot of money on
E is out.
Too much. Let's do letter C. It's 4.25%. Because same principle still.
And 24 months. Ooh, divided by 12 is 2 years.
And that's 212.50.
Uh-oh.
That's still bigger than letter
178.
A.
So, boom, that one's gone.
And then the last one is 4.5.
I really feel like this one's going to be too much, too.
I do, too. Because the more...
Because it's not... Because the 4 was more and it was less time. But let's try it just to make sure.
337.50. So I have a question.
What?
Legitimate question. So this is less time, but a higher interest rate. This is a low interest rate, more time. Is it because more time?
Yeah, because remember when we did it yesterday, the longer you have it, the more interest you earn or pay.
Okay. I hope we listened. Life lessons right there. Gabriel deposits $2,500 into each of his 2 savings accounts.
Oh, wait a minute. Before we go on, though, just another life lesson. Because when you borrow money, they're going to make it sound like the longer you stretch it out, the better the deal is. Yeah. But it really isn't, as you just saw.
No.
Because they just want to trick you. Okay.
Okay. Account 1 earns 4% annual simple interest. Oh, there's our crunch. Sorry. Simple. Account 2 earns 4% interest compounded annually. 2 different formulas. Gabriel does not make any additional deposits or withdrawals from market out. We don't care. What is the sum? That means add of the balances of account 1 and 2 at the end of 3 years.
So at the same time. So, first one, simple interest. I equals PRT. P is 2,500. My rate is 4%, so 4 over 100. And my time is 3 years.
Miss Tanner.
What did I do?
You didn't do any mistake. It wants our balance at the end. So can we find the balance of that account first?
Oh, yes.
So we're looking for a total of that account, so an A of that account.
So we're going to take the interest plus the principal to get our A or our T, depending on how you want to look at it.
Depending on whose class you're in.
Okay.
You want to do compounded 1, 2?
Okay. So that would be A, because we want all.
Oh, it's all the same principal and the same range.
Yes.
So
which is P times 1 plus R to the T power. Whoops, I need to change color. Sorry. And our P is still 2,500. And our rate this time is
still 4%.
4% still.
We got it easy.
And our time is still 3. I thought since they wrote it out like that, but the only difference is simple and compound.
Different formulas. Okay, I'm going to take all this to Desmos. I'm going to type in, let's just delete all that. I'm going to type in both formulas. Let's see if it works.
It probably is not going to work if you try to do that step.
I'm not going to do that step till the end.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. P is 2500 for both. R is 4/100 for both. And then our T is 3. So we got 300 for our simple interest.
300.
And then we got 2,000. Yeah, RA. 2,812.16. Okay. And we have this one last step. I
right here.
I plus P. You don't have a,
Oh,
there we go. That was one of like, whoa.
I
Equals
accidentally
A.
erased it and forgot. So that means 300 plus 2,500 is 2,800. I can do that one in my head.
Yeah, I was not good. Okay, and then I'm going to take this and add it together. She's going to do this. She's going to beat me. Oh, no.
56, 12, 16.
I don't believe you.
I even got that one before I wrote it down.
I haven't even typed it in. Oh, man. She was right. Letter G.
That's why sometimes knowing your facts really does make this stuff go a lot faster.
Yeah, I don't know my facts. I only know my multiplication facts. Okay, the total cost of attending a state university is $19,700 for the first year. And let's be for real. I feel like I talked to my class. That's actually like a semester at a state university now. Like, these are old questions. A student's grandparents will pay half of this cost.
Those are some really nice grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
How much is half?
0.50.
50% or 50 over 100?
Yeah.
Or however you want to write it.
I was like, what are you trying to ask me? Is this a trick question? And then an athletic scholarship will pay another $5,000.
So those are both money being given to him to help pay
Correct.
for college.
Which amount is closest to the minimum that the student will need to save every month in order to pay off the remaining costs at the end of 12 months. Oh, they're so nice. They already gave us the months.
Good afternoon, Crandall Middle School. Teachers, at this time, please release students to be dismissed for the bus. Please release students to be dismissed for the bus. Thank you.
So here's my problem with this kind of question. If I were going to school again, I would assume my athletic scholarship will pay my $5,000 before my grandparents would pay 50% of it. But that is not how this is going to work. Each bullet point is
you in order.
You have to do it in order. So my grandparents are going to pay half of my total cost first, and then my athletic scholarship is going to pay the $500 or the $5,000 after that half. So the senior is going to do 19,700 times 50 over 100. I'm going to go to Desmos.
And if you put that in brackets and then subtract 5,000, you only have to enter it once.
Oh, and I'm lazy. I like to knock it all out of the way. So brackets. $50 over 100. Close that. Close all that. Minus 5,000. Did it work? No, because that's not closed. Did it work? No. But I bet you if I make that a parentheses and another parentheses here, it worked. 400 or 4,850.
4,850? That doesn't sound right.
Too much or too less?
No, that's right.
Oh, okay. Then that's not even an answer choice because I have to find out how much I'm saving each month for 12 months. So I'm going to take this answer and divide it by 12.
Which we could have done that, but I was afraid that might be a little bit much in the calculator.
Yeah, I would agree. 404.1. So 1.6 or 0.16. 7. 17. Yeah.
Letter C.
Letter C.
Miss Miller just joined us.
You gonna work with us, Miss Miller?
Yes, I would love
On
to.
2 more?
Alejandra and her family are discussing how to pay for her college education. The cost of tuition at a college that Alejandra wants to attend is $9,000 per year. Alejandra's parents pay 85%. So that means she's paying 15% of the tuition cost every year.
Well, we don't know until you finish reading the sentence.
I was just doing it in my head. And she will pay the rest.
Oh,
There's the 15%.
There's the 15. Because what if, like, her grandparents are going to pay 10%? Okay, sorry.
Okay.
So we can mark that out now because we now know really we want to know the rest.
Alejandra has 1 year to save enough money to attend her first year. So we only want 1 year.
But it's
Of
only
college.
paying for first year.
What is the minimum amount of money she should save every month in order to reach her goal?
Miss Miller, how many months are in a year?
12.
Man, I thought I was going to trick you. So we got 12 months to save.
So I've got $9,000 I got to pay for 1 year, but I only have to pay 15% of that. So let's multiply and decimals.
I'm going.
9,000.
I'm going. Did you know
What?
where's 15% of that you can do that?
Only in that form.
Only
though.
in this.
My mind is blown, y'all.
But we're not going to do that.
Because if you do that on the
Right.
other one where you're doing
On any of the interest, it
yeah,
won't work.
doesn't work.
Okay. So $13.50.
So that's how much she has to pay.
That's an answer choice. Is that it? Is that it? Is
No,
that it?
we're not done because we got
But every time I see the answer, I want to circle it.
No, don't circle it. Don't stop till you answer the question.
Oh, what's my question?
What is the minimum amount of money she should save every month?
For a year.
Oh, for a year. Every month for a year. So I'm going to take this answer and divide it by 12.
Mhm.
Oh, I see that answer. I see that answer. I see
You
that
can circle
answer.
that one.
It's H. Good job. Guys, our last one.
Woo!
Tamara invested $15,000. That's how much I'm putting in. So that's my P in an account that pays for 4%. Right. Annual simple circle. Tamara will not make any additional deposits or withdrawals.
Useless
Who cares?
information.
How much interest? So it's not asking for total. It's asking just for the interest.
Just
Will
for the
Tamara
I.
earn her investment at the end of 3 years. There's my time. So simple interest. I'm just looking for interest. I equals PRT, where P is 15,000. My rate is 4/100, and my time is 3 years. Don't I have to divide it by 12, Miss Richards?
No.
Why not?
Because it's in years, not months.
That's what I want. If it were
36 months.
in months, then I would have to divide by 12.
What was T? 3?
3.
Oh, look. I equals 1,800. I see that as an answer. I wonder what these answers would be. Like, which one's the worst? Which one's, like,
So-
the distractor?
And
I bet
remember
one's
that if you
compounds.
write down all these notes and have them with your test,
You can use it.
but you have to have it all written down.
I told my class.
The video is not going to be there for the test.
I said if we finish all 15, they can use it on their test. But we have to finish it in class.
You're nice.
Okay. Miss Miller's not letting her class do it.
No, we'll see how they act.
Hmm.
Ninth period wasn't doing too hot today. Bye, y'all.